Here we go. Everyone's coming in fast. Hi, everyone. As you probably might be aware, I am not Tiago. I'm David Woodward with Relais Chateaux. Tiago had something come up last minute that he needed to attend to, so I'm going to be in here and run the webinar for him. We're just going to wait a couple minutes as people start coming into the room. But we're today going to visit our lovely member in Veneto, and people are coming in fast. We're gonna wait just one more minute and then I'll begin. I hope you're all doing as well as can be expected. I know a lot of you have attended a lot of our webinars over the last couple months, so great that you're continuing to come and see us, and great to see you all. Hi, Ro. Hi, Christina. Hi. Okay. I don't do these as much as Tiago and Emmy, so hopefully I will not mess it up. So hi everyone, I'm gonna begin now. Welcome to our webinar on Veneto. As you know, as we start every webinar, we do a brief little update on Relais Chateaux and what we are. So for those of you who probably heard this many times over the last couple of months, I apologize, but just a little bit about Relais Chateaux. We were formed in France in 1954. There was 8 hotels that were stretched from Paris down to the French Riviera, and they started what was the first La Route du Bonheur, which is the road to happiness. It all had to do about getting in a car and driving and experiencing one wonderful hotel and restaurant on to the next one down the road. But we are now an association of over 585 hotels and restaurants around the world. And we're dedicated to preserving the local heritage, the local environment, and indeed the local hospitality from around the world. Also want to mention Relais Chateaux itself, how we're a great contact in helping you put together itineraries, linking our hotels together around the world. Here in the United States or Canada, we have our toll-free number, which rings into our office here in New York City. And you can also access us through our website, relaischateaux.com, and in the GDS WB. One thing I do always want to mention is the travel agency portal. You can register on the portal with your email address and your IATA number, and you'll have access to content that the general population does not get to see on our hotels. As we mentioned earlier, the Route de Bonheurs, we have 138 around the world. These are suggested itineraries. These are purely suggestions, because one of the best things you can do is contact Relais Chateaux or any of our hotels and tell us what you are looking for specifically for your clients, and we can customize a route for you. So we have 13 Route de Bonheurs on our website, available through Italy. And they're also visible on our beautiful apps that exist for Android and Apple. So in Italy itself, we have 37 member hotels and 11 restaurants. One thing I wanted to mention, which is new on the website, is we have a feature that allows you to see by color whether or not a property is open or it is temporarily closed. So you can just go into our mapping feature and get a very good overview of what's going on. Today, we are going to visit 4 of our hotels, and we are going to start in Venice and then move around Veneto. And we are going to first start with Alan Ulo from Londra Palace. So on the questions and answers, just so you all know, if you can use the Q&A section to put in your questions, and then I'm going to ask all of the hotels to monitor that. So right after they do their presentation, they will look and answer any of your questions. Oh, so Susan, just so you know, yes, all these sample agendas are on. You could certainly link to them. That's fine, and put them on your own website. One thing I wanted to mention about the Rue de Bonheurs is you can now actually download them into PDF also, and you can send that PDF to your clients. Soon, when we have another update, you'll actually be able to customize the PDF with your agency's logo. But that is not, that update's coming, but it's not ready yet. So, Alan, take it away. You're muted. Okay, there you go.
Thank you. Try to share. I need to share the screen. I don't know if you have to do something.
There's a red.
Yeah,
button.
but I cannot share.
Yeah.
That it's off, disable SMB screen sharing. So I think you have to do something.
Okay. I'm not sure.
I believe you have to give me the authorization to do it.
I'm going to give you host. I'm not sure how Tiago had set his webinar up, so I'm going to turn you to host.
You can.
Wait. Yeah, so I'm just going to switch and make you the host. And so Alana, I'm not sure, again,
Okay.
I'm not sure how we set this up, but now you have full access to everything.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
So here we are. Hi to everybody. So we are from Venice. You are seeing just behind me the situation in Venice with people that are crossing the street. So I'm just on our ground floor that you see on the picture. So at the Londra Palace, it's an hotel since more than 165 years. And we have 52 rooms now. This is the view that we have from all the deluxe, junior suite and suites. It's really, if you see the facade, you can see how it was the 3 buildings, the 3 different buildings. And the 2/3 of the rooms are facing the lagoon. This is a picture I took last year. It was for what we call the Redentore, that it's a church that you have on the Giudecca Island. And it's on the 3rd Sunday of July, but the day before on Saturday, we have a 45-minute fireworks, and Venetian wait for the fireworks on board. So it's really the situation that usually you have. And people, they're waiting and they drink, they eat. And really that just to show you the view that you have from all the rooms with a lagoon view. So from the beginning of the Grand Canal on the right, to the left with the Lido, Giardini, etc. So just 2 bridges from Samac Square. We took the picture maybe at 5 o'clock in the morning, even if in March and April was the same. But so this is the Londra Palace building on the right with the Danieli for the people that they know on the middle, and the Doge's Palace, so with Samac Square just on the left. This is our new lobby that we just finished in January. It was just to having more reality and to having the clients directly with us. So it's really very Venetian. Now this is the way that we give you, for example, the key to our clients. This is our small rooftop terrace called the Altana in Venetian. It's amazing because it could be a 7th floor and it's small, but from there you have a 360-degree view of Venice, and we can organize a picnic, we can organize a private dinner. It's really an amazing place. This is our new suite that we just finished on, as I said, in January. It's a suite dedicated to Jules Verne because we just discovered a couple of months ago, you can say in December, that Jules Verne stayed with us in the 18th century. So you see also an image of Jules Verne. So we are working since 2009 with all the rooms. So we finished to refurbish all the rooms. We started again last winter. We also finished with all the bathrooms, just to say that all the rooms are really updated, and we put more and more parquet and wood instead of the carpet. And as you can see, all the rooms are completely different one to each other. So we have 4 junior suites with terrace, some deluxe and junior suites with balconies. So really, as you can see, it's very Venetian, but it's, as I used to say, as could be a Venetian contemporary home. A suite with a jacuzzi, a suite dedicated to burgers. So again, you see all the rooms are really different one to each other. That's the view on the other side. So if you're booking for your clients a classic room, that it's our entry-level room category, you still have a very nice view over the rooftop of Venice and San Zaccaria Square. We have 6 couples of connecting rooms. So if you have families, so again, you'll see all the rooms are really different. New bathrooms, again with different marbles, different colors. So usually now, as you know, people that make a booking and then they're going in the internet site, they're looking at the picture, and they want, even if it's just for a couple of nights, to choose the room that they want to have. And usually it's the way also we try to work. This is our inside bar. So it's really as a, I cannot say private room, but it looks, even if we have 52 rooms, as a private Venetian home. And this is where I just sit down outside on our veranda. And the most important thing that we have as all the Relais Chateaux is the people that are making a difference also now, even if we are working with less of them, trying to do the possibility to work to everybody. And that's Venice. So really, we look forward to having all you back in Venice as soon as possible. And I give you back the sharing screen, David. Thank you, everybody.
So I think you'll, Alon, you'll have to give host rights to Alessandro.
Ciao, I'm here outside on the garden of my Ciao a tutti. First of all, I'm very proud to be part of Relais Chateaux Famiglia. So as is our icon, we discussing about Veneto destination when we do a lot of sales with Elena and Francesca and Villa Bazzia, because Veneto is a great opportunity to discover a region, different opportunities, different family, and we share our philosophy. So first of all, now I prefer, so now I'm here out of my home. If it's possible that everybody see, now I am in the garden, vegetables, because my father Remigio is the chef. So here we have our hypermarket where you find fresh tomatoes. You can eat the fresh tomatoes. Here you have basil, because we love to share. And my father loved to cook the recipe of my grandmother, salvia, and so on. So first of all, I want to say that we are in the landscape of Venice, in the area that is called La Riviera del Brenta. La Riviera del Brenta was very popular because in the past, the old patrician men come in the Riviera to make the summer holiday. And this is the reason that you can find a lot of Palladian's villa. Me and my family own two small Palladian villa, and we have an hotel, 5 stars hotel, that have one building that is called Il Palazzo, and one area that is called Barchesa. Barchesa is the garage of the boat, because when the owner come through the canal, they leave the boat inside of this house that is called Barchesa. And now he's an house, as I share the image you see. This is the Barchesa. Here, happy because there's a lot of Relais Chateaux guests from all around the part of Europe. And this is the house that we have that is called Il Palazzo. Palazzo have 9 rooms, very, very different. My mother personally giving each room different taste and so on. Over Venezia, the island like Murano, Burano, Torcello, Mazzorbo, because the people love to stay outside. So I show you here because I think it's very important to be live. Buongiorno, ciao. And this is what we do. We are now 25 rooms. We are fully booked. We are smaller. The other hotel are closed, but you know. And this is the small palazzo that we have. So you can imagine when the guests start from the Riviera, from the Venice and arrive in the Riviera, stay here and they spend the holiday time. We have a house that now have has a pool, a very nice pool, fitness area. And so what I can say, thank you for me, for my family. And I'm very proud that you spend your time for show my small house. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alessandro. We are going to go to Villa Basia, Carlo. Do you have, we need to give him the ability to control the screen.
Yeah, I have a presentation.
Yeah. So Alon, did you give Alessandro the rights to be the host? Or, because if you didn't, could you just give it to Carlos? So on his picture on the upper right, there's a blue box will appear and you can make him host.
Sorry, David, I don't find where I have to give you back.
Okay,
sorry.
put your cursor on Carlos' picture, and then on the there'll be
Okay,
a
perfect.
tiny blue box on the upper right, and if you
Yeah,
click
okay.
on that, there should be an option make host.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, good. Thanks.
Did it.
Sorry about
Sorry.
that. The technical difficulty. Okay, Carlo, it's all yours.
Thank you. So, Villa Basia, let me share the screen. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? I don't hear anyone. Okay.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, perfect. So Villa Basia is our property. Is run by my family, Zanon De Marchi. Okay. Here we are. It's me, my mom, my 2 aunts, my uncle, and my cousin. It's since the 50s when my nonna, grandmother, started the bar business, and then my mom later started the hotel business. We are here in Follina, between in the heart of Prosecco region that recently became UNESCO World Heritage last year. Here's some views of the area. It's 1 hour drive basically from Venice City and Airport, 90 minutes from Cortina, and next to other beautiful cities nearby. As I say, we're a small hotel. We have 2 main buildings. The one picture you see here is the Art Nouveau Villa that has the suites, and the other is 18th century mansion, which hosts other rooms, and our restaurant, La Corte. Here's our garden, all cured by my mom. It's our green thumb. And here we have 12 guest rooms with all the comforts. Here you can see some pictures, and 6 suites that are between, as I said, the main building and the Art Nouveau Villa. Here's some views from the presidential suite, a little terrace, and here's a little recap for later if someone wants to have the presentation of. So we have a total of 18 rooms, and the restaurant La Corte is 1 Michelin star restaurant since 2013. We have a very young chef. He's 29 years old. He's very young, ambitious, and we are pointing on him. He's a very good guy. After you can see him, here's some picture of the restaurant. Here it's him in our orto that Alessandro showed before. We also have a vegetable garden where we can pick up all the vegetables for our restaurant. Here's some dishes. We also have a bistro, as the same kitchen of the restaurant, but more informal, more for a quick bite, for something very local, the tiramisu, the sardine sour, or club sandwich. And a lot of experiences here. The main ones are biking. My uncle Giovanni is a passionate biker. He can host you and ride. You can ride with him in these beautiful Prosecco hills, very up and down. It's sometimes tricky, sometimes are easier. And then Prosecco, of course, we are, as I said, in the heart of Prosecco area where the best Prosecco is made. We organize tours to visit the canteen with a private driver or self-made tour. Also trekking, a lot of places to visit, Roman roads, wineries. Really, you cannot rest here in Prosecco land. Also tea tasting with my aunt. He doesn't drink, so she doesn't drink, so he has to compensate. She loves the tea, and you can share this passion with her. Also cooking class with Giuseppe, as I said before, our chef. We organize full day class, half day class, and then you can, of course, eat your own meal that you prepared with your own hands. Architecture route, we are next to these beautiful villas and temples where Canova and also Palladio built their villas. Vespa tour is a nice way to visit also the area. Art cities, as I said, we are 1 hour from Venice, 45 minutes from Treviso, Asolo, as you can see in the bottom left, an amazing city, 100 horizon city. And yes, we are the only, of course, Relais Chateaux in the area, 5-star and 1 Michelin star in the area. A lot of incredible things to do here. And here are some 2 meeting rooms and a space for partying also. And we are part of the Rue de Bonheur that is the one that is focused on this presentation. Here's some information, our socials, and there's a little video, but I don't think you will see it. Okay, started. I finished. If I have any questions, I'm here. Thank you very much.
Carlo, let me just look. Oh no, there are no specific questions. Great.
Okay.
So now we're going to move over to Villa Cordovigo Wine Relais. Carlo, can you give Francesca the rights? Okay, good.
Okay, so can I go with the screen share? Let's see if we can do this. Can you see it?
It's coming. Yep, you got it.
Cool. Fabulous. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Villa Cordovigo after your very rapid tour around Veneto, which, as you've probably seen, is the most incredible area, offering incredible variety. And the only part that's missed out on our Route de Bonheur, in actual fact, is the Dolomites. But those, of course, are totally easy for us to put into your tour if you'd like one. You can see on this first slide a picture which was taken by one of our clients, which shows you the sunset over Lake Garda. So you get an idea of how close Villa Cordovigo, this beautiful Renaissance villa, is to that wonderful lake, which is very special because geographically it's Mediterranean. Even though we're really in the shadow of the Alps, we are a Mediterranean microclimate, which probably accounts for so much wine being produced in this area, which you can see as you look at the villa once again.
Francesca, can you launch it into full screen?
Yes. How do I? Hang on, it was supposed to do that before. Why didn't it? Is that any better?
Yeah, there we go. Now just go down and take it out of presenter mode, which is
Oh bugger. Oh, no, let me see.
Yeah.
Duplicate.
Duplica.
Duplicate. Right.
Yeah. My
Okay.
Italian's not that good, but yes.
Is that okay? Yeah, okay. So once again, okay, we're on full screen now. Sorry about that, folks. As you can see, the villa is surrounded by a lot of vineyards because Villa Cordovigo is a wine relais. That means that it's owned by a winery, but it was in the heart of these vineyards when bought by the owning family. So you can see even better now that the Lake Garda, is in the background. It's 15 minutes away, and it's also 30 minutes in the other direction from Verona. So if you have a look at this, you can kind of see the geographical location. You can see Lake Garda, which is the biggest of the northern lakes, where Villa Cordovigo is in relation to Verona. And you can see the airports marked out. Anybody who'd like this presentation later, you can have it with all the data on distances. But we're very, very well located for both Venice and Malpensa Airport for anybody coming out of the United States. Now let's land, because you saw aerial photographs before. Now imagine that you're in the middle of that courtyard. You could see it was a kind of square U shape, and we're looking at the main part of the villa. So the two bits on the side are called the Barchese, which is typically Veneto. And if you were to now turn around 180 degrees, you would see this, which are the two Barchese, and on the left-hand side also the chapel, because this was a little village in the old days. It was a big farm owned by a noble family, which had its own villa and its own church, and all its workers who were the villagers. So they would be cultivating land around, and they would live in the same area as the nobile, who was the owner. But the modern story is of 3 generations of wine producers, which you can see here in the photographs. In the black and white, the 2 elderly gentlemen in the front of the first generation. Behind them are their 2 sons, the second generation. And the gentleman on the left, Tiziano, is the chap that you can see in the color photograph on the right, and his daughter, who's currently the general manager as well. So those are the three generations, and it's a story of producing great wines, but two families that came together because one of them cultivated the land and the other transported the grapes. They decided to combine the two and make a very, very successful winery. And then they bought the hotel, which of course was a villa that needed massive restoration. And this was done over a period of 3 years. And now I'm going to show you a few of the bedrooms in the villa so that you can have an idea of what people would be staying in today. Each room, as you can probably see, is very, very different one from the other, but the style is kind of classic and contemporary at the same time. We're looking at the bishop's room at the moment, which is very exceptional because it's got this incredible fireplace, which if anybody, and I know Susan knows about this, it's a more Bavarian fireplace than it is Italian, and that's probably because the Germans during the Second World War made this their home and must have felt homesick and so built themselves this fireplace. This, would you believe, is our most popular room, and it's a category on its own, but it's our second level of double room, whereas this is an elegance room, and so one of the 3 categories that we have for double rooms before moving up to the junior suites and family suites and connecting rooms that we have. This is the honeymoon suite overlooking the courtyard, and these are family suites, which are the only rooms in the hotel which actually have a terrace, and a couple of them have jacuzzi tubs on them. Now, these rooms have been extremely popular this summer because everybody wants an outside space. And we have restrictions due to the fact that it's a historical villa, so we couldn't actually have many rooms with terraces or balconies. So these are they, and they have proven very, very popular. Some of you who might have been here might have dined in the Ozzoletta restaurant, which has a Michelin star and has had since 2013, like Villa Bazzia. It's a wonderful restaurant, but unfortunately, at the moment, it is still closed. So we're hoping to open it again, perhaps next month. But have a look at it from the veranda. This is the most popular of the 2 rooms of the restaurant. It overlooks our olive trees and the vineyards, as well as the swimming pool. And it opens up in the summer. It's extremely popular because it's open, like in the open air, but it's also air conditioned, so it's extremely cool. Obviously, the cuisine in this restaurant is of a Mediterranean style. There's plenty of fish and plenty of vegetables. And that's the chef, who I will talk about another time, but that's his, a couple of his dishes. Our production of wine is immense, actually, but these are the ones which are produced under the Villa Cordovigo wine label. And the 3 in the center are organic, the rosé, and the Bardolino and the Chardonnay, whereas on the left-hand side, we've got 3 very interesting wines, which I know David thoroughly enjoyed when he came over and had dinner with us. The Villa Cordovigo Rosso and Bianco, quite complex wines with 3 very good local grapes. And then if we move to the right, we have the Fior di Lei dessert wine, and the little swat black bottle is actually our olive oil. So you know that you're going to get good food and wine when you come to Villa Cordovigo, as well as a fantastic welcome in our bistro on the terrace in the summer. This has been extremely popular this summer. So breakfast is here, and it's also possible to have lunches, light or not, and of course, dinner. But we also have this beautiful terrace at the back of the villa, which overlooks our enormous park. And this is the Fior di Lei bar terrace, which in normal times wouldn't be serving lunch until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And this is something that we've done particularly for our American guests who are sadly absent this year, because they really rather like to eat late at lunchtime, or maybe just any time during the day. And this was our way of being able to do this for them. The pool, well, it doesn't need very much of an introduction. It's a lovely pool. It has also a little gym that overlooks it for anybody who wants to work out in the mornings. Lots of people have been doing that this summer, as you can see. And then we have a spa, which has been closed for most of the summer, but in actual fact, the day after tomorrow, it will be reopening again. So cheers for that, guys. I'm really so happy about it because it means we're getting closer to normal again. we have lots of experiences that can be enjoyed from Villa Cora di Vigo, and one of these is to do with several of them are to do with wine. And Paolo, who is our concierge, but also a sommelier, is the chap who will help anybody on their way to knowledge of our wines. But we don't just have the wines. We've also got various options for cooking lessons in our dedicated kitchen or in a private home. Bikes are available for our guests, and a couple of e-bikes too for people like me who are not as fit as they could be. And we can also hire boats of various kinds to enjoy the lake. And why not take a private guide when you go to Verona, because that's going to make that beautiful city, which is Juliet's city, very accessible to you, because it's a very human-sized town. And if you've got a good guide, you can walk it and still get to another winery by the end of the afternoon. We do have a few private and corporate events taking place in our hotel, particularly weddings, and it's a great location for a destination wedding with a buyout. That's a part, it's the last slide actually, the last picture slide that I'm going to show you, and I hope that I haven't taken too much time. The next slides are actually dedicated to our route de Bonheur and the 3 other hotels who are on it with us, and a couple of the restaurants as well. I hope that that has been interesting for you. It's been lovely being here with you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Francesca. So we have 2 different questions asking about the availability of our Villa Cora di Vigo's wines in the United States.
Yes.
Are they, and do you know where they're distributed?
They're not.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I thought you might have some news on that.
Yeah, I was recently asked this question during the Virtuoso Travel Week, and I had to get information on it. No, I'm very sorry, they're not. So you've got to come to Villa Vigo and buy them, and we'll send them to you.
Yes. Great.
Was there another question?
No, there were two people asked about the wines.
Oh, it's 2 people asking the same question. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
listen, guys, come and see me in Villa Cora di Vigo. I'll buy you a glass.
well, we have to wait for them to let Americans who don't have Italian passports back in.
That's right. It won't be that long. Time is going by. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all of the great agents that came in to see us. Thank you for our great members. You know, hopefully we'll all be traveling again soon. And I know everyone in the United States that travels wants to go back to Italy. So hopefully soon. Thank you all. Oh wait, I think another question. I just want to make sure. Okay, great. See you all hopefully soon. I know that you'll be getting an email from Tiago later today with a link to this presentation. And that's about it. And again, I'm sorry I was the cheap replacement for Tiago today.
That was lovely to see you.
Nice seeing you all. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.